So poops, life moves so fast that time and time again we forget to celebrate those amongst us who bring us forward. Our great academics who push the boundaries of human knowledge, emphasis on push. And here in Malaysia, that is no different. So today I'm very proud to talk to you about Malaysia's most qualified professor. So poops, our most qualified professor, unfortunately, is not Prof. Jomo. It's not Prof. Tajudin. Sorry Prof, love your work. And neither is it Crab Professor Naquid Al-Atas, whose brother is better. No, they are not qualified enough. But you know who is? This woman.
Orang-orang Rom belajar daripada orang Melayu. Macam mana nak buat kapal. Hebatnya lidah orang Melayu ni boleh sebut semua bahasa dalam dunia. Belajar bahasa Arab, the best. Belajar bahasa Inggeris, the best.
Bangsa Melayu, bangsa yang ada rasa, prarasa. Maksudnya, dia berbeza dengan bangsa Eropah. Dia berbeza dengan bahasa Arab. Dia berbeza dengan bangsa Afrika. Tetapi Melayu ini prarasanya tinggi. Maksudnya prarasa prarasa itu dia ada satu kebolehan firasat. Firasat, ada kebolehan firasat yang kuat untuk berhubung dengan maklumat-maklumat yang terjadi kepada tok nenek mereka. Itu prarasa, dia panggil rasa.
Dan itu hanya ada pada bangsa Melayu.
Ya, bangsa Melayu boleh terbang kan. Ada yang kita ada
Cerita-cerita dia betul.
ada kekuatan itu. Dia boleh sehinggakan di negeri China pernah tahu benda ni. Kungfu dan sebagainya yang terbang-terbang itu hasil daripada kita punya pahlawan pernah kesan.
Yes, so poops, this woman literally thinks that the Malays could fly, taught the Romans how to build boats. Oh, and apparently even the prophet's wife was Malay. Truly wonderful. How she can say such stupid things and say them with a straight face. So poops, this incredible character is Dr. Solehah Yaacob, an associate professor at IIUM, or the International Islamic University of Malaysia, who has a PhD in Arabic language studies, masters in Arabic as a second language, and a bachelor of human sciences in blah blah blah. What a prodigy we have here who can apparently speak on history, the Roman Empire, and Chinese Kung Fu with such great facility,
even though she has no actual qualifications to speak about those subjects.
Sesungguhnya tokoh cendekiawan Malaysia. In fact, she is so amazing that somebody literally went and wrote an article about her, calling her the real product of IIUM. Truly amazing, just like Syed Saddiq. A great inspiration to all of the world about the quality of our universities. You know, I watched a couple of her lectures, and basically the way that she proves her points is that she goes out, puts out random pictures. Oh, these are definitions. This shows that it's true. But there's never any argumentation. There's never actually any concrete proof. No references, no sources, nothing. And not for a lack of people trying to ask her to clarify, which unfortunately she never actually does.
Except to deny things that people call her out for anyway.
Because again, somebody as qualified by the public, qualified by commenters, qualified by every single intelligent, breathing, sentient human being out there doesn't need to prove her points. But you know, to be completely fair to IIUM, they have tried to discipline her, especially since she made that prophet's wife claim. They said, oh, we took internal disciplinary measures against Professor Solehah. While, by the way, our Minister of Higher Education, Datuk Sri Zamri Abdul Qadir, talks about how what this Minah is doing is basically intellectual laziness. You'd think that the matter would be settled from there, but no, apparently not, because she goes straight out and talks about how the Romans learned shipbuilding. Malays could fly, agung, megah, berprihatin, berprinsip. Ultimate hero of all of those kisah sejarah Melayu seput, trying to glaze history beyond like we had superpowers, and we have superpowers now, bangkit bangsaku. Now, to be fair, you could talk about how, oh, we need to respect academic freedom. Respected Professor Solehah should be allowed to share her revolutionary views, which are probably characteristic not of a doctor of philosophy, but permanent hit damage, even as she goes out sharing her vitriol day after day, so that society can become stupid, I guess. Like, can you imagine if like some random kid out there goes, do you know Dr. Solehah berkata that the Malays could fly? It is part of our fitra, and the next thing you know, you have an epidemic of people trying to jump off tables, jump off Gunung Tahan because they want to figure out how well they can actually fly. It's truly amazing how we allow misinformation to be disguised as academic freedom and Professor Kangkungs to go on like this without any further formal disciplinary action. You know, there's already a pattern forming here. I think Malaysians are already realizing that if these people are our professors, and let me remind you that our Queen Sepup has a PhD as well, which didn't stop her from calling Lee Kuan Yew
Lim Kuan Yew, Ketua Menteri Singapura,
and saying that he is the
Sepupu.
of all of us in the world. I don't blame people for calling these people, and possibly by extension everyone in the doctorate support group, people with permanent head damage, which is a shame for the less qualified people out there like Dr. Ong Kian Ming, Prof. Tajudin, the Raja Rasias of our era. Crap, Professor, you're on notice. But hey, at least it explains to me why some people can get PhDs but still end up delivering food for grab. Congratulations to our most qualified professor. Your contributions push the boundaries of knowledge. You're so amazing. Thank you, Alternative Facts Queen. Well, what do you think, Sapoops? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And that's all I'll say about that, and bye.